agreed was part of a single symphony, Operation Sindoor. Odisha and its 4.5 crore people have always stood firmly with the armed forces and upheld the highest tradition of patriotism and national service. The commitment draws inspiration from the legacy of late Shri Biju Patnaik ji, a daring pilot and a freedom fighter whose heroic acts during the times of conflict, including his audacious rescue missions during the Indonesian freedom struggle and his role in the Kashmir conflict in 1947, among many others, remain etched in the annals of history. His courage, vision, and deep nationalistic spirit continues to guide Odisha's commitment to the nation and its defenders. However, Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, I wish to respectfully place one important question before the government, a matter that may warrant clarification by the government. The government has stated that there was no phone call made by the President of the United States to the Indian Prime Minister between April 22nd and June 17th, 2025. That in itself speaks to the autonomy and independence with which India conducted Operation Sindoor. I accept that as an Indian and don't dispute it. But given this reality, I ask with utmost sincerity, has India formally engaged with the United States administration to seek clarity on why the US President continues to make public references to a ceasefire, one in which, by all accounts, neither him nor his administration played any active role? It is a question that my party, the Biju Janata Dal, seeks to ask of the government, and I leave it to the government to reply on this whenever the situation arises. Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, I wish to also place before this august House my own experience as a member of the all-party delegation that visited the UAE, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Sierra Leone, and Liberia in the wake of Operation Sindoor. As a member of this all-party delegation, I must tell you, and I must share with this House, we had an excellent understanding, an excellent, fruitful all-party delegation wherever we went. And it was not that we met some mid-level, low-level people, no. In Liberia, we were face-to-face with the President of Liberia. In Sierra Leone, we met the Senate, their parliament, which stood up in one voice with one platform for 1 minute silence condemning the terror attack. I don't remember when the Indian parliament has stood up in one voice to condemn violence in another country. So whatever is good needs to be spoken about, whatever is a question needs to be answered. Across these diverse geographies, we witnessed consistent admiration for India's clarity of purpose, respect of professionalism for our armed forces, and deep interest in how we managed to conduct a high-risk, high-precision operation without destabilizing regional balances. United Arab Emirates acknowledged not only our operational success, but our measured restraint. And I remember that because I cannot, for certain reasons, cannot spell out in the open what exactly was discussed, but they were saying that there are many countries that do not know the difference between surgical action and reckless escalation. It's good that India is doing surgical action and not reckless escalation. The Democratic Republic of Congo and Sierra Leone appreciated India's role in ensuring that it was a measured, restrained, and precise action. Liberia talked about specific measures that India took, and you'd be very happy that the Senate of Liberia also stood up in one voice and for 1 minute observed silence for India and for Pehlg. So I believe this is something that I take as a positive out of the activities that have been done. I have 30 seconds and I'll close. We do not wage war. We do not seek glory. But when our people are attacked, India responds with a fury that is disciplined, deliberate, and devastating. In just 22 minutes, we proved that our silence is not weakness, it is readiness. All those armed forces who fought for us Their names may not be on social media trends, but in the hearts of 1 billion Indians, they will remain eternal. And I close with this. May their bravery shine eternal, and may we, in this House always, be worthy of the protection they provide to us, sir. I thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're perfectly on time. Sri Birendra Prasad Bashya. Oh, no. Yes.
Thank
Sri
you.
Birendra Prasad Bashya, you have 7 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Salute to Indian Armed Force. I raise here today, speak on Operation Sindur on behalf of people of Assam, my party, Ahom Gana Parishad, and my party president, Atul Bora. Sir, being Indian, everybody should salute great Indian force for their great service to the nation to destroy terrorist hub of Pakistan. Sir, I like to compliment our Honorable Prime Minister and our own government for historical successful operation in Sindur, sir. Operation Sindur, sir. Sir, for the first time in the history of India, Indian Armed Force entered inside the Pakistan and destroyed Pakistani airbase, Pakistani terrorist hub totally, sir. Sir, when Laden was attacked, when Laden was killed, many people, those although they are Indian, they don't like to support our government. They proudly said Laden was killed, America was too brave. But when Indian Armed Force, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, destroyed terrorist hub in Pakistan, they are not speaking anything because silently they are not silent, they are supporting India, but silently, indirectly, directly, they are supporting to Pakistan, sir. Sir, I like to warn these people who silently supporting Pakistan, sir. But one thing I like to remind them, they cannot compare India with Pakistan in any form. Today, our defense force self-sufficient by 2029. Indian defense force will be the Indian defense sector will be the self-sufficient. And today, our defense sector earning more than 30,000 crores, sir. And by 2029, it will be target fulfilled by 50,000 crores, sir. Sir, India believes in democracy. They believe in Pakistani believe in terrorism. India economically a very high standard. We are the third largest economy of the world, and Pakistani armed force is bankrupt today. Sir, not only here, in the cricket, India always defeats Pakistan. Not only that, in India, hockey, men and women always defeat Pakistan. This is my country, India. Don't compare with Pakistan. Silently, who are supporting Pakistani, I warn them, forget about your so-called Pakistanism. So these people, one hand, they speak, we are united. In other hand, they're questioning the bravery of our students, our armed forces. They are not recognized victory of Sindur. They are asking just one question: how many casualty lost by India, sir? But one thing, sir, if you compare those leaders who are Indian leaders, who are Indian but silently supporting Pakistani, their statement equal to the statement given by the Pakistani, sir. So there is no difference. Those people and Pakistani spokesman, in the name of India, they are speaking on behalf of Pakistan, sir. Sir, What was happened, Pahalgam, it was totally responsible than UPA government, sir. Only for UPA government this is happening today, sir. After terrorist Pakistani-sponsored terrorist attack in Mumbai, then UPA government has not done anything against the Pakistan, not took action against the Pakistan. Internationally, they have not took any stand against Pakistan, and they got the courage. And after that, they are totally now attacking our people in Pahalgam. But don't forget, now there is no UPA government. Now we have a prime minister like Narendra Modi, who can save India, and we are totally trust him. We are totally believe him. We the people of India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we are safe. Our country is safe. Our democracy is safe. If our sovereignty is safe, sir. Sir, after Mumbai attack, if they have tough initiative, this situation was not happening. Sir, I am from Assam. You should know it. I am from a place, small town, Tezpur, sir. In 1960, yes, I am speaking 60, when China attacked India, they came to up to Bombila. And I am from Tezpur. Then Jawaharlal Nehru was the prime minister. Yes, Jawaharlal Nehru was the prime minister. Then government asked us to vacate Tezpur town because China is coming. And what Jawaharlal Nehru has done, you people should know. He has given goodbye to people of Assam. He has given farewell to the people of Assam in the hand of China. But that time, Jawaharlal Nehru was the prime minister, not Narendra Modi. If Narendra Modi was there, then this situation is not happened. Dr. Bhupen Hazarika, renowned singer of Assam, India, he sang a song. Henu Himalay Bharator Pohori, Tahani Punisilu Kahini, Pithe Mitak Juan Hobel Siorise, Lage Siro Jagroto Etibahini. My song, Dr. Bhupen Hazarika told, we thought the Himalaya was our protector. In 1960, we thought the Himalaya was our protector. But Himalaya not protect us. So we need a strong armed force. And today, India have this strong armed force. And with this armed force, we can do anything. Sir,
thank you.
Many speculate about the ceasefire, sir. I'm telling one story, sir. For the first time, when Indian armed force attacked Noor airfield in the Pakistan, Noor airfield in Pakistan damaged by the Indian armed force. Then, Prime Minister of Pakistan himself admitted, after namaz at 4:30, we are thinking about attack India. We are thinking about attack India. Sam, I also thinking to finish, sir. Give me 2 more minutes, sir. We are thinking to attack.
I have already given you.
No, I have
already given you more time. Please.
We are thinking about attack to India, but before that, their army chief told him, India destroyed our airfield, our air. They're handicapped. They're crying after finish their airfield. Armed Force, Air Force, they're crying and they're knocking every part of the world for ceasefire, and for the first time, Pakistani died Indian defense to go for ceasefire. It is not by India, it is not by Narendra Modi, it is by Pakistani, because we defeat Pakistani, and Operation Sindoor is the most successful operation of our country.
Thank you.
Sir,
thank you.
Sir, with
thank
this
you.
I like to say, yes, we have to tell trust of Narendra Modi ji. We have to tell confidence of Narendra Modi ji. And I am quite sure, people of India is quite sure, India is safe, Indian people is safe, Indian democracy is safe, Indian sovereignty is safe, Indian foreign policy also safe. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Bharat, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much. The next speaker is Ramjilal Suman. You have 4 minutes. आपको 4 मिनट है, समय पर रहिएगा.
सभापति जी, मैं सबसे पहले जिन निर्दोष लोगों को मारा गया पहलगाम में, उनकी स्मृति को प्रणाम करता हूं और सेना के शौर्य को सलाम करता हूं। सभापति महोदय, बार बार सरकार का यह कहना कि हमारे ऊपर ट्रंप का दबाव नहीं था और हमने किसी दबाव में युद्ध विराम नहीं किया, ये किसी भी कीमत पर न्याय संगत नहीं है। 10 मई को सभापति जी युद्ध विराम हुआ और 12 मई को देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने देश की जनता को संबोधित किया था। उन्हें तत्काल ये घोषित करना चाहिए था कि ट्रंप झूठ बोल रहे हैं, ट्रंप असत्य बोल रहे हैं और हमने किसी दबाव में युद्ध विराम नहीं किया है। सभापति महोदय, इस सरकार ने जो फैसला लिया वो किसी भी कीमत पर न्याय संगत नहीं था। हिंदुस्तान की जनता ये चाहती थी कि इस बार आर पार की लड़ाई हो जाए और अंतिम रूप से आतंकवाद से निपट लिया जाए, ये देश की जनता चाहती थी। फौजें हमारी अपने शौर्य का प्रदर्शन कर रही थी, उस परिस्थिति में युद्ध विराम किया। सभापति महोदय, कभी भी देश की जनता इन लोगों को माफ नहीं करेगी और मैं बहुत विनम्रता के साथ कहना चाहूंगा, इन्होंने अमेरिका के हाथों देश को गिरवी रख दिया है। हिंदुस्तान की प्रतिष्ठा और गरिमा को सबसे अधिक ठेस पहुंचाने का काम नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार ने किया है। सही मानों में इस ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में सेनाएं जीती हैं और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी हारे। सभापति जी, ये सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि ये कहते हैं कि साहब जो पाकिस्तान के सैन्य अभियान निदेशक थे, उन्होंने भारतीय समकक्ष के लोग से बात की। सभापति, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं, बात की, कल प्रधानमंत्री कह रहे थे कि पाकिस्तान गिड़गिड़ा रहा था। जब बात हुई तो आपने पाकिस्तान को दो टूक क्यों नहीं किया कि हम जब तक युद्ध विराम नहीं करेंगे, जब तक आप यह हमें भरोसा नहीं दिला देंगे कि भविष्य में आतंकवादी घटना को आप संरक्षित नहीं करेंगे, उनको प्रोत्साहित नहीं करेंगे, उनको बढ़ावा नहीं देंगे। हम तो बहुत जल्दी में थे ना, क्योंकि ट्रंप का दबाव हमारे ऊपर था। सभापति जी, एक निवेदन में आपसे यह करना चाहूंगा कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2014 से लेकर के जुलाई 2025 तक 91 बार विदेश यात्राएं की है। 78 देशों में नरेंद्र मोदी जी गए हैं। 800 करोड़ रुपया प्रधानमंत्री जी की विदेश यात्राओं पर अब तक खर्च हुआ है। सभापति जी, ये कैसी विदेश नीति है? कितने दोस्त हमने बनाए? और मैं सरकार से पूछना चाहूंगा कि विश्व की राजनीति में हम पाकिस्तान को अलग थलग नहीं कर पाए, ये कौन सी उपलब्धि है आपकी? बांग्लादेश, अफगानिस्तान और नेपाल जैसे पड़ोसी देश भी हमारे साथ नहीं, इससे ज्यादा चिंता का विषय और क्या हो सकता है? सभापति जी, मध्य प्रदेश सरकार के एक उप मुख्यमंत्री और वो फरमाते हैं कि पूरा देश मोदी जी के सामने नतमस्तक है, पूरी सेना मोदी के सामने नतमस्तक है। सभापति जी, हमने देश की रक्षा के लिए सभापति जी, हमने देश की रक्षा के लिए समर्थन दिया था। हमने तो बीजेपी में है, नरेंद्र मोदी के गुलाम हैं। हम देश के साथ थे और उसी लिहाज से हम अपना समर्थन दिया था। ये अनावश्यक रूप से जो इस तरह की बात करते हैं, अगर बीजेपी के लोग ये समझते हैं कि हमारी राय उनसे अलग है तो उनको तत्काल पार्टी से निकालना चाहिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद। श्री अजीत कुमार भूया।
Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. Heaven is not going to fall if the government led by Narendra Modi ji takes the August House in the confidence to give details of Pahlegam terrorist attack and leftist involved to nab the terrorist. Sir, due to paucity of time, I am not going in details as many learned speakers from both the ruling and the opposition parties have highlighted different facets of opposition Operation Sindoor and Pahalgam terrorist attack. I shall keep myself confined to anger and frustration of victimized families who are eagerly waiting of terrorists in the command of the government. I am sorry to say, sir, that no one, including Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and Foreign Minister Jaishankar ji, have given any suitable reply how the terrorists crossed the border and after attack, whether terrorists have been hiding in the territory of India or crossed the border and taking shelter in Pakistan. Operation Manipur was appreciated by all sections of people in the country, and people were waiting the solution of Pak-occupied Kashmir. But suddenly, the ceasefire was announced by the US President Donald Trump. However, Defense Minister stated in the Lok Sabha that the war had been paused and the government would teach a very meaningful and tough lesson to Pakistan if Pak-sponsored terrorists dare to act against India. Sir, in brief, I would like to bring certain issues in the knowledge of this House. Why terrorists are not captured yet? Number two, how they entered crossing the border, whether there were intelligence inputs, and if so, why follow-up action and counter-action were not in order? Why Modi government has not responded on Donald Trump's assertion on ceasefire? What is the net impact of outreach operation by political parties of different shapes? Is the government led by Modi going to engage Pakistan into dialogue? And if not, what is the solution of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir? Last, not the least, will the government assure the House that if again Pakistan-sponsored terrorists dare to repeat Pahalgam-type attack, the government will not do pause? Sir, I conclude. मैं तो देखता रहा, तुम तो दिलासा देता रहा. मैं तो देखता रहा, तुम तो दिलासा देता रहा. पर मैं तुम पर अभी भी यकीन कर रहा. लेकिन तुम पर यकीन ना करूं तो मेरा पास क्या रास्ता है? हाँ, एक बात पक्की है कि तुम हमेशा झूठी यकीन ना दे सकते हो, क्योंकि तुम्हें भी तो एक दिन जाना ही होगा. जय असम, जय हिंद.
Thank you for being completing on time. Sri Sanjay Raut, you have 4 minutes. 4 minutes है.
बाप रे, बहुत दिया सर, इतना मत दीजिए सर, बहुत दिया. 16 घंटा चर्चा है और 4 मिनट दे रहे हो आप.
आपके पार्टी को जितना दिया आपने लिया होगा.
पार्टी की बात छोड़ो,
आपने ही दिया.
दे रहे हैं सर. मैं बहुत संक्षिप्त में अपनी बात रखूंगा
जी.
पहलगाम में 26 लोगों की हत्या हो गई. कैसे? अब तक सरकार नहीं बता पा रही है. पूरा कश्मीर गृह मंत्रालय के अधीन है. 370 हटाने के बाद कश्मीर को केंद्र शासित प्रदेश बना दिया. वहाँ की पुलिस गृह मंत्रालय का आदेश का पालन करती है. पूरे कश्मीर में आर्म फोर्स एक्ट लगा दिया है. वहाँ के गवर्नर भी आपके हैं, बहुत मजबूत आदमी है. फिर भी हमला हुआ और हमलावर निकल गए. गवर्नर ने भी अपनी चूक मान्य की है कि ये चूक हो गई है, सुरक्षा में चूक हो गई है.
माननीय सभासदों, माननीय अध्यक्ष जी,
श्रीमती काकुली घोष दस्तिका।
माननीय अध्यक्ष महाशय, सर्वभारतीय तृणमूल कांग्रेसेर पक्ष থেকে আমি গভীর বেদনা ও ন্যায়বোধ নিয়ে সংসদে দাঁড়িয়েছি। মণিপুরে রাষ্ট্রপতির শাসন অর্থাৎ ৩৫৬ ধারা পুনরায় প্রয়োগ করা হবে কিনা বা তার সময়কাল বৃদ্ধির জন্য যে প্রস্তাব এসেছে তার তীব্র বিরোধিতা করতে। গত কয়েক বছর ধরে মণিপুরে যে ধরনের সামাজিক ন্যায় বিচারের পদস্খলন হয়েছে এবং মানুষ মারা যাচ্ছে আমি স্বচক্ষে দেখে এসেছি। সর্বভারতীয় তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসের পক্ষ থেকে তা আমি এই সিদ্ধান্তে এসেছি যে আমরা এই ৩৫৬ ধারাকে কোনো মতেই পুনঃপ্রয়োগের সমর্থন করতে পারি না। আমাদের মাননীয় নেত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের নির্দেশে আমি নিজে মণিপুরে গিয়েছি ২০২৩ সালে। আমরা সেখানে দেখেছি কিভাবে মানবাধিকার লঙ্ঘন হয়েছে এবং কিভাবে সেখানে মানুষকে হত্যা করা হয়েছে। সেখানে মৈতেইরা যারা বৈষ্ণব, যারা মন্দিরে পুজো করে তাদের মন্দিরও যেমন জ্বলেছে, যেমন কুকি সম্প্রদায়ের তারা খ্রিস্টান ধর্মাবলম্বী তাদের চার্চও সেরকম জ্বালিয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে এবং যেভাবে তাদের কোনো রকমের সেখানে উন্নয়ন নেই, সবকিছু স্তব্ধ। সেই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে রাষ্ট্রপতি শাসন জারি হয়েছিল, কিন্তু রাষ্ট্রপতি শাসন কোনো স্থায়ী শাসন ব্যবস্থা নয়, এটি সংবিধানের একটি জরুরি ব্যবস্থা। অস্থায়ী ও স্বল্পস্থায়ী হওয়ার কথা এর পুনরাবৃত্তি গণতন্ত্রের উপহাস, আইনের শাসনের অপমান এবং কেন্দ্রীয় সরকারের চরম ব্যর্থতার স্বীকারোক্তি। আমি এটাই বলতে চাই যে ১৯৭২ সালে মণিপুর রাজ্যটি স্বীকৃতি পায় এবং ২০১৭ এবং ২০২২-এ দুবার নির্বাচনের মাধ্যমে ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টির সরকার সেখানে প্রতিষ্ঠিত হয়। কিন্তু তার পরবর্তী পর্যায়ে ওখানকার যিনি প্রাক্তন মুখ্যমন্ত্রী তিনি নিজে বলেছেন এবং রাষ্ট্রপুঞ্জ এই উদ্বেগ প্রকাশ করে বলেছে যে কিভাবে হলো যে ২০২২-এর পরে ওখানে যে কুকিরা যে পাহাড়ে থাকে সেখানে ১৮৫৩ একর থেকে বেড়ে ৬৭৪৩ একরে এখন মাদক দ্রব্যর চাষ হচ্ছে, আফিংয়ের চাষ হচ্ছে এবং এই মাদক দ্রব্য, অস্ত্র এবং সন্ত্রাসবাদীরা পার্শ্ববর্তী যে দেশ আছে সেই মায়ানমার থেকে ঢুকছে কি করে। আমার প্রশ্ন হচ্ছে যে এখানে যে গন্ডগোলটা এতদিন ধরে চলছে, ভয়াবহতা আমরা যেটা নিজেরা প্রত্যক্ষ করেছি, মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রীর কিন্তু সেখানে একবার অন্তত যাওয়া দরকার ছিল মানুষকে, যাতে করে উনি সাহায্য করতে পারেন। তাই আমরা চাই গণতন্ত্রের পুনঃপ্রতিষ্ঠার জন্য এখানে যাতে নির্বাচনের মাধ্যমে গণতান্ত্রিক প্রক্রিয়ার মাধ্যমে সরকার প্রতিষ্ঠা হয় এবং যে হত্যা হয়েছে ৬০,০০০-এর বেশি মানুষ তারা ক্যাম্পে রয়েছে, ৫,০০০ মানুষের বাড়ি জ্বালিয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে এবং ২০০-র উপরে মানুষ মারা গেছে এবং মহিলাদেরকে তাদের আব্রু তাদের সম্ভ্রম খোয়াতে হয়েছে এবং মণিপুরে আজকে কোনো রকমের উন্নতি হচ্ছে না। তাই সেখানে এই ৩৫৬ পুনঃপ্রয়োগ না করে নির্বাচিত সরকারের জন্য ৩ মাসের মধ্যে নির্বাচন করে আমরা যাতে সেখানে শান্তি ফিরিয়ে এনে উন্নয়ন করতে পারি এবং মাইতেই আর কুকি যে দুটি জনগোষ্ঠী রয়েছে তাদেরকে একসঙ্গে বসবাস আগের মতন করাবার প্রচেষ্টা করতে পারি, তার সমর্থনে আমি আমার মত রাখলাম। ধন্যবাদ।
থ্যাংক ইউ। শ্রী A.B. Akoi Jam.
Thank you, chairpersons, for this opportunity. You know, I just wanted to remind the House that when the first time when the motion for imposition of the precedent rule was introduced after a grueling sessions on discussions on constitution, it's strange that it seems all the representatives from the state did not get a chance to speak. And I hope that the chair will give me some adequate time to express the sentiments of the people of the state as a representative from there. Chairperson, Mr. Speaker, what I need to do is that just as we had a long discussion on Sindoor, I expect in the last 1 year that the House will discuss Manipur given the gravity of the situation there. Just as the terrorists came from Pakistan and created havoc and tried to divide this country on communal lines to provoke us, the Union Home Minister on this floor of the House, if my memory serves me well, on 9th August 2023, said that the crisis in Manipur was caused by the influx of illegal immigrants. Similarly, intelligence agencies have flagged off the involvement of armed groups from Myanmar in the crisis in the state. So it is like what we had experienced in Pahelgam in some sense. Ironically, Manipur was also called the little paradise, just as Kashmir is called the paradise. The only difference is the national attention is given to what happened in Kashmir, not with the state of Manipur. Our existence at the periphery and a marginal existence has been reaffirmed time and again, creating a sense of alienations and humiliation to the people of the state. To take an example of the recent times, Sri Ratan Thiam, the doyen of Indian theatre, when he expired, not a single word came from this House, nor the Prime Minister, who had expressed similar condolences when artists expired. This is a shameful reminder that how marginal Manipur is. However big you are and however role you have played in this country, the stature of Ratan Thiam, I don't need to repeat. Globally, he was mourned, and luckily some of the chief ministers from the eastern states did mourn his demise. Now let me put 2-3 issues here about the extension of the precedent rule. There are a couple of myths that we need to know, and through you I would like to inform the House as well as the country and the entire world that when the union government takes over a state under 356, it is on the assumption that the constitutional order is not working and the law and order has gone beyond what it should be normally. But the fact of the matter is the imposition of this precedent rule in Manipur is not occasioned by such a concern. It is to save embarrassment for the ruling party. If they had to do it, they would have done long time back. The Supreme Court had, in a couple of months after the initial period of the crisis, had said that law and order has been completely gone and the constitutional order is not in order. But that time, they did not do it. That's the first myth that we need to understand. This is not to restore constitutional order, but to save the embarrassment that the ruling party was about to face in that month. Second, the union government has been in hand in glove with the then state government in creating the havoc in the state. Let me cite some of the examples. The CM said that whatever he did was on the advice and the consent of the Prime Minister Modi and the Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah. Similarly, the Home Minister said on this floor of the House that the CM is cooperating with us.
Honorable member.
So therefore,
तथ्यों के बिना सदन में बात नहीं करनी।
No. I'm just saying. Now, not to waste time. Let me continue, Mr. Speaker, sir. That ex-CM again said that the valley will be under him and the Home Minister will take care of the hill. Such a thing has never happened. The subversion of the federal polity and constitutional order was already there. And third, the example, the state government, the union home minister has been dictating terms with the then state government in terms of appointing officials, as if the now an erstwhile Article 257A, as if that is still operational, the union government was dictating terms to the state government, changing officials, and so much so that some of the officers of the Central Security Forces bluntly on record says that we don't take orders from the state government, we take it from the union government. Such a subversion has happened right through the collusion between the state government and the union government. And therefore, what we need to know is that the nature of the precedent rule must be understood.
रूल जो है ये 353 में सर वहां के जो गवर्नर हैं, गवर्नर अभी 356 में हेड कर रहे हैं और गवर्नर के रोल को यहां नहीं डिस्कस किया जा सकता सर। यही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कहता है, यही रूल कहता है। 353 कहता है वहां गवर्नर रूल है, गवर्नर वहां शासन कर रहे हैं, गवर्नर क्या कर रहे हैं वो नहीं डिस्कस हो सकता है यहां पर।
Mr. Speaker, sir, I hope so. Let's first have a clarity that the precedent rule in Manipur was not imposed in order to recover a constitutional order, because in collusion with the then state government, the union government itself has subverted the constitutional order, and they are creating that kind of a lawlessness for 2 years. Now, the other point why we should not be extending a precedent rule, given these reasons, we must also remember that 356 is supposed to be used in the rarest of the rare moment. If I can recollect this House, on 3rd of September 1949, Dr. Ambedkar introduced the Article 277A, which later on became 355, as a legal and moral premise for 356. We are supposed to use this very judiciously because the mandate of the people should govern the people rather than precedence rule. That was the clear position. So is the judgment on Supreme Court judgment on Bomai case, as well as Sarkaria Commission had reminded us that these particular provisions should not be used in a whimsical reasons. And therefore, instead of introducing this and extending this almost illegitimate, in some sense morally, this precedent rule in Manipur, we should have a fresh mandate in the state of Manipur. Despite having a brutal majority, you are not able to form the government. In collusion with that state government and the union government, you have created this tragedy of Manipur in the last 2 years. So I expect the House, instead of extension of this precedent rule, to have a JPC being constituted so that the people of Manipur do not feel neglected, and we take care of what had happened and fix accountability. I must remind again that the executive conduct must have some accountability in this House. And therefore, just as we discussed Sindur, just as we had long discussions on constitutions, I expect this House to have at least 5 to 6 hours discussion on what steps can be taken in this House so that all of us can have a healing process to begin from this House. And I would like to end my interventions by appealing to the rest of the country as well. We have suffered constantly this humiliation and constantly reminding that you don't matter. The crisis in Manipur is unprecedented. Our LOP has said it. You have never seen the challenge to the Indian state's legitimate use of physical force has been challenged. Nowhere has it happened. The partition of 1947 is a living reality in Manipur today. The freedom of movement. The Meiteis cannot travel on the national highways, just as the Kukis cannot. All the citizens should have access to these movement, freedom of movement. We are not able to have it. And I expect this House, therefore, to be more serious rather than reducing this kind of extension as a mere formality and ritual. The pain and suffering of the people of that state. And so far as the 19th state of this union, this House must take it seriously, just as you have taken seriously on the question of Pahlegam and that of any other issues in this country. So I therefore object to this extension of precedent rule, And I demand that instead of this, please dissolve that assembly. Let's have a fresh mandate, and the rule of the people, will of the state must have the say rather than dictating terms, even if it's a small state. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
CAN Annadurai.